Yet even these engineering feats won't allow humans to live on Mars for extended periods of time.
We have tried experiments with actually making a survivable environment in a pod, and it seems to be very, very hard to do for a very long scale. If we want long-term habitation on Mars and colonization of Mars, personally I vote for terraforming.
Terraforming is the process of turning an environment unsuitable for human habitation into one that mankind can live in. Scientists are currently researching the various ways we might someday terraform an entire planet.
When you think about terraforming Mars, the key really is getting a dense atmosphere that forms protection from the radiation from the sun, makes the temperature really high enough, and gets things going with plant life and oxygen. So one question is, where do you get that denser atmosphere? A couple of options. There is various amounts of gases trapped in the polar caps. So you can imagine melting those and releasing the gas.
Terraforming another planet is a very, very long-term prospect. Now, if we were going to terraform Mars to make it more Earth-like, we can think of ways of doing that. We can seed it with microbes that might produce a thicker atmosphere. You can dramatically modify conditions on a planet by suitable intervention. But Mars would seem to be a good one to do it for. Mars was once much more Earth-like. Perhaps we can bring it back, make it more Earth-like again.
Earth's early atmosphere and Mars' present atmosphere in composition are very similar. Earth had a lot of water vapor, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. That's what Mars' atmosphere consists of.
Ancient astronaut theorists propose that if humans are planning to one day give Mars a breathable atmosphere, extraterrestrials may have done the same thing with Earth millions of years ago.
There's a distinct possibility that the Earth could have been terraformed. When you look at the development of Earth, what you see is that at every stage, the planet got exactly what it seemed to need to develop into this beautiful blue world that we live on. When we needed oxygen, there was bacteria introduced in the ecosystem that actually sucked up carbon dioxide and methane gas and pumped out oxygen.
We're looking at what Mars is, and we're thinking of trying to build an atmosphere and everything else. And the first question you'd have to ask yourself is, did extraterrestrials come here and do the same thing?
But how did our planet, that was once devoid of oxygen, turn into the lush green world we know today? Scientists have struggled for years to discover just how Earth became habitable.
There's always been a problem about life on Earth. Did it actually start here on Earth or come here from somewhere else? There's no known transition from non-life to life that we can all agree on. The thing is, we don't know how life began. It's up for grabs. But we know on Earth it was microbes that made the oxygen atmosphere.
Although scientists agree that Earth's oxygenated atmosphere most likely can be attributed to the presence of microbes, many theories exist as to where exactly these organisms came from. One intriguing speculation that has caught the attention of ancient astronaut theorists involves grooved metal balls called Klerksdorp spheres. These mysterious round objects were found scattered in mineral deposits in South Africa that date back 3 billion years.
There are people that argue that these spheres are natural, but there's really no natural objects that bear any resemblance to them at all. And the fact that they're buried in rock that is so old indicates that somebody sort of scattered them throughout the planet. They appear to be metallic, constructed spheres in which you could have placed bacterial life that would definitely have been able to then spill out into the ecosystem, multiply, divide, and change the environment exactly as we're proposing to do on the planet Mars.
We might say that this is just a natural occurring thing on Earth, but this may be evidence that Earth was seeded by some kind of bacteria or microbes brought here. And what we have today is purposely created by beings with tremendous powers and knowledge.
Did extraterrestrial beings introduce organisms to Earth that started life, just as humans may someday do to Mars? If so, could our ancestral origin actually come from another planet in the galaxy? The answer may be right in front of us, lying within the physiology of our own bodies. Tel Al-Uhaymir, Iran. Here, in what was once the ancient Sumerian city of Kish, archaeologists unearthed the world's oldest written document. The Kish tablet dates to 3500 BC and is believed to predate both the Sumerian cuneiform and Egyptian hieroglyphic writing by nearly 100 years. Developing the ability to express thoughts through written language is one of the first ways in which man separated itself from the rest of the animal kingdom. In the 5,000 years since, humans have harnessed electricity, split the atom, developed computers, and placed a man on the moon. No other species on Earth can claim such unique achievements in such a short span of time.
In comparison to other animals, our evolution is pretty brief. It's been a fairly short time, only a couple million years, probably since the first hominids.
One of the great scientific questions is why is it our species uniquely arose into this truly advanced technological intelligence that we have? Clearly, there's nothing else on planet Earth that is like us. There are many intelligences, but nothing is wielding technology to the extent that we do.
If we just had to sort of go back to the jungle, the proverbial jungle, and just survive, most of us wouldn't really live for very long. Human beings, apart from their intelligence, really are not very well suited to occupying a wide range of environments.
In addition to our incredible intelligence, biologists have also noted contrasts between human physiology and other animals.
Compared to other animals, I think we're a little odd. A baby horse is born, for instance, it's able to walk around and do its own thing, like immediately. The same is certainly not true of a human infant. We're pretty helpless. We're born before we're quite neurologically cooked.
There are many vulnerabilities which go alongside our much vaunted intelligence. We became bipeds and have freed up our forelimbs to be able to manipulate objects, make tools and so on. But it comes at a price because we've got these back
pain is something that is virtually unknown in other primate species, whereas it's something that is very common in contemporary humans.
In 2013, ecologist Dr. Ellis Silver set forth in his book, Humans Are Not From Earth, a possible theory to explain why humans seem so evolutionarily unsuited to the planet.
Dr. Ellis Silver developed an idea that perhaps the human race did not actually naturally evolve here on the Earth, but somewhere else.
Silver's book raises a lot of very provocative and intriguing questions. For example, why is it that we get cataracts from the sun? Why is it that the sun seems to hurt us if we go out for too long? So Dr. Silver suggests that we might have come from a planet with different solar exposure. We also have 223 genes that appear in human DNA that do not appear in any other species on Earth, suggesting again that there's something unusual about us.
They've discovered that astronauts, when they're in space, their circadian rhythms actually change from 24 hours, like we had when we're here on Earth, to 24.9 hours, which is the exact circadian rhythm or the exact length of a Martian day, not an Earth day.
The patterns of who we are as human beings doesn't fit into some of the other creatures that are on this planet. Dr. Silver, his theory was that we were either brought here or seeded here, but clearly of an extraterrestrial origin.
We are, in a sense, transplanted here from some other solar system. And Neanderthals were already here, and we are a crossbred, part alien race.